Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing My Hero Academia Season 4, Episode 19. We had, at the very tail end of the last episode, it introduced seemed to be a new villain, but a very interesting villain named Gentle that's just says everything very eloquently, very precisely, but also I cannot take seriously. As I had said at the end of last episode, I said that it seemed very weird that we do have villains that are very very funny, weird, and maybe you wouldn't take seriously until you see them stabbing people and doing bad things. So I could definitely get shown that he's more violent or more like crazy than he seems, but at the same time it's just very hard to take him seriously. It might just be the way he talks and the way he's been presented so far, but I just find him very, very strange. Also, it's very good that Eri was able to have a conversation with Mirio and Deku, and now they're going to bring her to the festival, which is the best thing for her, to be around people and to get all that negativity that Overhaul brought. Now that's going to hopefully go away, and she can slowly be kind of brought into a normal ish life compared to what she had before, and just be smothered with positivity. That's what she definitely needs. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. Check out my Patreon at patreon.com/AJRich123. You can also check out my Twitter at AJRich123, and let's go ahead and start.
All right, the symbol of peace.
All Might documentary.
Like this virile vigilante, many a hero will
it's a guy's voice.
in the history books. Destro, the commander of the Meta Liberation Army, and the peerless thief, Oji Harima. Back when the distinction between hero and villain was still vague.
Has she been like brainwashed or something?
There was freedom. That's right. It was a raw, unfettered freedom, not unlike that of the Anglais.
Who is watching this crap?
Gentle.
Other than her.
At your service.
I guess you got one fan.
Brava, has the upload been completed?
Yep, you bet it has. The account was deleted again. But don't worry, I re-uploaded everything starting with your debut video.
I'd expect nothing less from you, dear girl. Exceptional work as
Yep, like I said, Butler. But
right then, shall we discuss the finer points of today's shoot? After finishing this cup, I upload cinematic snapshots of deeds that some would consider heinous. But my darlings, do not jump to conclusions. I am not committing crimes at random. Veritable corporate behemoth.
The 7-Eleven of Japan.
Is fluffy
well, 7-Eleven
This
Japan.
maniacal market is suspected of mislabeling said dessert and forging its expiration date. Catching on, my loves?
What? So he's punishing
those who behave in an
small things?
Way. I am the modern-day gentleman thief.
But it just isn't fair. You've been putting out villainous internet videos for a good 6 years now, and what have you got to
I mean, they're not really good ones.
Suddenly, this Stain guy steals all the glory with a video of his stupid life story.
You are absolutely correct. Extreme and violent.
His is not really that interesting.
Fascinate the barbaric masses. It goes against the fiber of my being. However,
doesn't look like JSTOR lost anything.
His crappiness forces me
He
out.
should really ramp things up.
Oh, the comments.
but I refuse to be gutted by these impertinent comments, La Brava. I'll target the place that's responsible for this age of heroes. Soon, everyone will know my name.
He's gonna take down, I don't know, the next gas station.
Still making up classes
I don't.
for your work study?
We should do whatever's trendy, right, Jiro?
Hey, did you hear?
Are they all gonna play in the band?
The hero course is doing a concert, and it's for
What?
us. General
The
studies.
hell?
Oh my god, talk about egotistical.
Went to a summer camp where, of course, they got attacked again. We
Oh.
all know how that turned out.
The other classes
We have to
don't
put up with the repercussions of their
don't look at
stupidity,
them the
even
same
though
way.
it's their fault.
I think I know what would make sense. A hardcore 4 on the floor club song. It'll be like a rave meets rock show. But you guys want to play instruments, right?
I think they're all gonna listen
Anyone
to whatever you
bass or
play.
drums or anything? Okay.
They don't look like they would
I'd
be
say the drums are
inclined
the backbone of
with
any
any
band.
instruments.
I'd Teaching a beginner to play an instrument while practicing myself would be impossible to do in just 1 month.
And takes a long time
Hey,
to get good
you
at an
accidentally
instrument.
admit your parents made you take music classes when you were a kid? Huh?
Bakugo fits on the drums though. Yeah, that's literally the spot I would think he'd be at.
Well,
That was killer. He's so good.
Now that you've got talent!
He's a
Bucky's
drum
gotta
master.
be our drummer.
If we rock this, everyone will have a great time.
Don't you get what's gonna happen? But we're the ones who caused their stress to begin with.
Ooh.
So we're just trying to make ourselves feel better. This is gonna seem like a slap in the face from the people they can't stand.
Yeah, because they now that we know that the other classes are actually not exactly the happiest about 1A. I mean, if you think about it on the other side, they're the ones that caused all the drama. They like everybody else has not been in the in the news and having all these bad things, but these classes and this class in 1A in particular is the one that's always in trouble. So of course you're going to be like, oh, it's their fault. It's they're making our school look bad. So if they put up a festival like this and they're bringing this, even though they're technically doing it for everybody else, I just don't see most of the other classes really looking at it the same way.
Doesn't all this make you mad? It's not like we wanted villains to show up and ruin things for everybody.
It's not their fault.
Why do we have to be so concerned about how these weaklings feel? Stop trying to get on their good side. We're not here to make friends.
Go.
Let's murder everyone
100%.
in UA with killer music!
Your reasoning is scary, but if you'll do it...
I mean, that was pretty inspiring.
At the summer training camp, Bakugo was kidnapped by the villains.
And ever since then, he's been carrying that burden with him.
Isn't this awesome,
Yep.
Jiro?
Yeah. I promise.
Because he was the target.
Next month, there will be a festival at a certain school.
Of course.
Unrivaled security.
I called it.
An institution from where many of the most regaled heroes hail.
Oh, don't tell me. Yes!
Time to get it on camera.
Sure, it will be a headline-worthy caper. Mark my words.
He's not going. Okay, now that we know he's literally not. He's like going after these very small. I mean, he's a gentleman. He's just like. It's just very funny to me that he's not gonna do it. He'll go in and sneak in there and then be like, "Hey, I'm snuck in here. Here's my here I'm on camera. Their defenses are so weak. I'm here." But is he gonna go and kill anybody or do anything super violent? Probably not. Doesn't seem like in his character to do that. But that makes it kind of hard to take him seriously at all. That's why he's so much of a joke.
Studied the piano since I was just a little girl. I'd be happy to play in the band if you need me.
Yeah, Momo will totally rock those keyboards.
I mean, we've got to have someone on synth for the dance music. Bass is my specialty. So now we just need guitars and vocals.
I'm sure you'll only have enough
So
time
does
for
that
like
mean
one
everybody else will
song.
be dancing?
I'm not really sure
Or
this
maybe-
is enough to get the audience excited.
I mean, isn't there other classes that are doing stuff?
Sparks and streamers and a disco ball to fire everyone up. We gotta be extra to
How much is in their budget?
Let's pull out all
Like,
the stops and
they
make it
can't
happen.
have that much money in their budget for
Yeah, with our
this.
quirks, we can
If
totally
any.
do that.
I guess using their quirks might save
How's
them money.
this for an idea? Uraraka
Creatively.
makes Todoroki and Kirishima float, and then Kirishima chops away at Todoroki's ice and sends it flying. And we can call them Team Snowmen.
A human-shaped ice machine!
It's like the team-ups we were talking about
That's so
before.
ridiculous.
Moi to be a disco ball?
I was born to do this.
Yep, that's his role.
The gym will look spectacular. Finally made up the classes we missed during our work studies. Now we can help out for real.
That kind of sucks that you still have to make up classes, even though you're doing extra stuff.
Question, who'll be singing? Isn't that the most important thing?
Well, we haven't figured that part out yet.
Huh?
Can any of
Does it
them
have to be
sing?
you, Jiro?
Can she sing?
Not to brag, but I'm a pretty awesome singer.
I mean, his hair looks like he's a rock star.
Yeah, that's
No.
genre.
It wasn't that great. Maybe we...
Hey, look, a mic.
We just laid our souls bare for them and they're ignoring us? Can Jiro really be
How
that
can you
good?
ignore their
I mean,
talent?
come on.
Don't be shy.
She actually has a voice. Wow. Kind of beautiful. The voice doesn't match the personality, though. But beautiful. It's one of those things where you're not aware of how good you are.
Now, we need guitars. I'm thinking 2.
Oh yeah, Pick me! It's so cool to play instruments!
Let me strum!
I just break the strings.
Don't you dare volunteer unless
Oh,
you're gonna kill
man.
it, dimwit.
Yeah!
I mean, there's multiple guitar
My fingers
people on
won't
guitar
work because
sometimes.
of my character design!
Netta gets completely screwed by his character design. That is the weirdly such a truthful statement.
This is so stupid. Let's get this festival over with. I hope all your nails break off.
Netta, will you be part of the dance team if I can get a harem together?
School festival can't come soon enough.
There you go. You get your harem.
So,
And the effects team?
Band effects and
the
dance.
team!
There you go.
Rest up, guys! Starting tomorrow, we're hard at work!
Yeah!
Getting everybody involved is probably a good thing.
In mind, why did you want to meet? It feels like it's been forever since we had a chance to sit down and talk, just the two of us.
I feel like he needs to train more with him.
I have to figure out something new.
Sounds like you're at a dead end.
That's right.
There's only one thing I can suggest. You need your own long-distance attack.
What can
Moves
he
like you could, All Might, but I'm not good enough yet.
What can he do
I've
for
been
long
thinking
distance?
About your progress, analyzing the various ways you've grown.
Yeah, they need
You're
to
changing
definitely
your gym clothes. I'll
train
meet
some
you
more.
out there.
That's exactly what he
Want me to
needs.
use 20% here?
Right! Just go full cowling!
Puts a lot of strain on my body, and I end up not being able to move well. That's why I'm working hard to strengthen up right now.
So he can't even do
Forget that and
20%
just do
perfectly.
it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's one way of doing long distance.
I was going
Air
to teach you
pressure.
this once you were able to use 15% without thinking about it. You didn't realize. You have the power to weaponize wind pressure without breaking yourself.
We know All Might, using that quirk was able to utilize stuff like that. So I would think he'd be able to gradually be able to do the same thing, but in a different style with his legs there. I actually didn't expect him to be having that much trouble with 20%. He's mentioned, and we've seen him going 20% a few times now, but I didn't realize how much damage it was still doing and how hard it was for him still. Meaning he's really does have a long ways to go.
First, use one for all at 100% on one part of your body.
Yep.
Second, control the percentage you use on one part of your body. Third,
Which would break.
Control the percentage you continuously use on your whole body. How I used one for all.
You weren't continuously putting out 100% of your power, were you? If All Might was always at 100%, his every move would create shockwaves, and I'll control the percentage on one body part and raise it to 20% for a split second. A focus blast! That could work!
Ah, that
Easy to
works.
say.
Deku is
That
really
requires
smart.
A higher level of control
I think
than
I've said
you've
that a
used so
lot.
far. What part of your body do you think you can move with the most precision?
Fingers? Finger
That's
shot.
right.
Yeah, finger shot.
And then, at the moment of the attack, boost to 20%!
Kind of like it's wind pressure, but you could turn it to a
Thanks for
really
the advice,
powerful
sir.
attack,
I've
though.
got it. I know what I have to do now.
Welcome to UA
Aw.
High School.
Looks like she's ready for kindergarten. Oh, geez. Yeah, he, that guy is crazy. But I love that how fast Deku can pick something up. It's funny because All Might is explaining everything, right? He's going down the checklist and he's kind of telling him how to do it. But Deku's mind is so fast, he actually picked it up before All Might even had to say it. He just has to, Deku just has to have, a kind of be shown the beginning, shown a little bit. He doesn't need, because of the way his brain works and how smart and intelligent the guy is, he's able to just pick things up with little information and then work from there. And that he was able to come up with that the way he was going to do it without All Might just straight up saying it. It's kind of, you kind of forget how bright Deku is sometimes. Just obviously as a kid, he was taking notes on everybody, knows like the quirks and abilities of everybody else. He's obviously a smart guy. Like I said, he takes a lot of notes, but being able to really do all that at once, process it, and then present it that fast takes a lot of talent, and kind of confirms why he would even be able to get this quirk in the first place, and All Might would choose him. You need somebody that would be able to pick this. You have to have brains for an ability like this, for sure, because if he didn't, and this came to somebody else that didn't have that wasn't as smart or a little bit more stubborn, I feel like they would have probably killed themselves or hurt themselves to an extreme point where they could have never fought again. Fortunately, Deku has kind of the willpower and just the personality to work with this quirk well. But yeah, he does need an aerial attack, an attack that'll go long distance, and using air pressure, like obviously how All Might used to fight, makes complete sense for him. But it's different because he uses his legs for the most part, because his legs are stronger. Now, I feel eventually Deku would center more on his... Now, I don't know this for sure, but it feels like he would center on his arms, like... I don't know. I feel like he would center on his arms the older, and like once he is able to do 100%, even though your legs are stronger, like will his style always be more focused on legs, or is that a good stepping stone and training regimen to start there and then gradually be able to work your arms and being the main focus? I feel like that would be a system, unless you just straight up want to be mostly center on your legs and then just go from there, and that's your central point of attack forever. I don't know. I feel like the buildup would be eventually to go to your arms, but right now it definitely makes sense how he fights, and I'd be completely okay if he always fought with his legs like that. But this he's still a first year, and they're all this. It's funny, we've gone through 4 seasons here, but it feels like it should be longer. But this is a show, this is an anime, and there's definitely TV shows, anime, and things where they're literally stuck in the same year, or same age for eternity, right? Because it just never goes to the next point. So I understand that, but when you go from this where you're still in your first year, it's going to take him a long time to get better. I feel like there's eventually going to have to be some type of there's a little bit of time passing. We've seen time pass a bit, but I feel like there has to be more time passing at some point, because we need to see Deku. He needs time to get better. Like he needs the time to get stronger eventually. It's just gonna be repetition and focus. But I like All Might and him, like still training and still like practicing, because I was wondering, I was like, all that time they haven't been able to train, and then they end up training, so it's definitely a good thing. And little funny note, all the Bakugo on the drums made too much sense, but all of them suddenly having abilities, being able to play instruments is just so like, that is such a cliche anime thing. Oh, you could play the drums. Oh, you could play the piano. Oh, you could play guitar. I never knew you could do that. I'm not hating on it. I just think it's fun. It's funny that they went that route. That's all. But anyway, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button. Feel free to check out my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123. And also I have a Twitter at ajrich123. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.